Hey Leo, welcome to your December Tarot-scope with me, Michelle Knight. Obviously, this is a general reading. It's the flavour of what's going to happen for Leo. There may be some specific details. See if you relate to it, particularly if you are Leo, Leo rising, moon in Leo. And you could take it symbolically. You can weave in your own intuition and feel if the magic is there for you. Anyway, first of all, I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And we'll see what's coming up for Leo in December 2018. Good news is Mercury's going direct, so fingers crossed, things are a lot clearer. You certainly know where you stand more than you did in November. Bit of confusion. Maybe there was someone around you felt wasn't being honest with you, and now it's clearer days. So let's see. Okay, first card, 5 of Pentacles, crossed by Judgment, very important. Below you, the Page of Cups, behind you, the 5 of Swords, thank God that's behind you. On top of you, the Page of Wands, in front of you, the Knight of Wands. What could come into being is the 8 of Wands, then we've got the Page of Swords, we've got the 8 of Swords, we've got the Lovers in your outcome, the Emperor and the Hermit. Blimey, that's complicated. I like to put 3 on the side as well, see if there's any OVP. Oh, good. So there we've got the Ace of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Great potential for you to increase your abundance in December. Having said that, it looks like you're focused on your emotional life and what's going on for you emotionally. Let's start in the middle, because that's generally the flavour for me of what's going on all around you in December, and that is the 5 of Pentacles. I have to say, obviously, that's a challenging card. You know, traditionally, it's the poverty card. It can either be you feeling financially struggling or emotionally struggling, feeling out in the cold. But the good thing about this card is if you look at the card, you could see that while those people are struggling in the snow and look so busy looking forward to survive, actually right next to them is sanctuary and warmth and a place that would be a rescue and help to them. And it may be that you've been struggling quite a lot, and I can see that because when I look in the recent past, we've got the dodgy old 5 of Swords. You may have felt as if somebody's stolen something for you, lied, cheated, or hurt you in some way. And it was like quite shocking to the extent they went to. But fortunately, that's coming behind you, but you're still suffering emotionally. You're like, oh my God, how could people behave like that? You know, you wouldn't behave like that. And it's quite surprising when somebody comes and rips you off or lies to you or tries to take something from you. Whether it's being an emotional vampire trying to steal your feelings and control you. Fortunately, it's in your past, your recent past. But right now, you're trying to feel better. The good news is it's being crossed by Judgment. You've already probably, or are about to have in December, the revelation of where you're meant to go and how you can escape and move forward to the next level. You're already seeing the signs of that path in front of you. But because you're still like, oh, you know, I'm in pain, I'm hurt, you know, I feel gutted, you may not be quite ready to cross over into the next pathway. But trust me, by the end of this, you will. You know, yes, there's got to be a lot of self-love, self-nurturing. But this energy, the 5 of Swords energy, is not necessarily your fault. Well, I'm sure it's not your fault. It's just a sense that somebody, that's their nature. They may have been completely screwed up in their childhood. They may be a sociopath. They may be, you know, nothing to do with you. They would do the same to everyone. It's not personal to you. This is just the nature of that person at this unhealed time. And you've borne the brunt of it. Anyway, you know, you're coming to a point where you're getting back into your fire power. You got the Knight of Wands, which I am assuming that it's probably you, unless there's another fire sign that's in this situation. And you are galloping ahead. You've got your fire back, you've got your passion back, you've got that Leo spark back to keep going ahead and to move on. And in fact, you're soon to feel a rebirth and very adventurous and able to move on in a new direction and go, wow, there's a whole wide world out there, not just this crap that's happened to me in the past. But there might be someone a little bit argumentative around your home. If you've got kids, it may be that one of your kids is acting out. It may be that somebody's just not being reasonable or rational, and you may be kind of having to deal with that. It's quite a young energy. Let's put a card on that. Yes, you know, you're coming up as the Empress in this situation. Well, unless you're the aggressive other one, up to you to decide that. But basically, you have the ability, if you are the Empress, to deal with whatever that young energy is doing. I mean, it could be a lover that's just like poking you all the time, being nasty. It could be a child or someone that you're around that's acting out in some way. But you're the Empress, so it's cool. You can handle it. It's all good. Yes. And you've got some solid female friends around you, some sisters, some warriors of love who are going to help you and cheer you up this month. And there's gatherings and there's kind of socialising. And as I said, you're moving forward. You are swiftly moving onwards. These are what Waite calls the arrows of love, which is interesting. Excuse me. Because you've got the lovers in your outcome. Water! Hold on. Blimey, it's difficult talking all the time. Anyway, you've also got here a sense of... sorry, someone's trying to come in now. You've also got here, in your outcome, although you don't feel it yet, because in your hopes and fears you've got a sense that you feel trapped. So in the early stages of December, you might think, oh no, I am blindfolded. I'm never going anywhere. I'm trapped within this scenario. Not true. Number one, this card's in your hopes and fears. Number two, you can release yourself, rip off that blindfold and flee through that gap in front of you. Look at that gap. Yeah, baby, you can go through that gap onto, you know, anything you desire. The outcome is really interesting because it's 3 major arcana. You got the lovers. So, yes, there's a potential for new love. There's a potential to make a choice when it comes to your relationships. There's still this Emperor energy. There's sort of an oppressive energy around that you need to deal with in some way. How do you feel about very strong characters? How do you feel about controlling characters? How do you feel about kind of your father or father figures? That energy is coming up, you know. Somebody's being a bit stern. I mean, it may be you. It may be you feeling that you have to be in control because you were hurt in the past. If that's the case, deal with that, because it's a new era and it's a new chapter. And then you've got the Hermit, which isn't necessarily a contradiction. It means that you have to have space for yourself within any relationship. Trust your guiding light. Trust your own counsel and trust your wisdom. Probably in the past you kind of, you know, had insights, but you were too proud to admit you knew what was going on. Anyway, next card. We've got the Wish card. So you are getting something you want, but you're still jiggling your energy to find out who you are. Emperor, Lovers, Hermit. Emperor, Lovers, Hermit. Who are you with all that? And it's time to be the conductor of the orchestra of your emotions to bring it into sync, because this is a new start and what you want is there. I'm tempted to pull one more card. Yeah, and you've got the King of Wands. It may be a fire sign that is going to transform this, because the fire sign energy is all around you and it's partly you, and I would imagine it's partly someone else who's in their own sense of passion. They can express their passion in the world and they feel comfortable in their own skin. Interesting. Let me know what you think. I hope you found that helpful. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon.